Hi, in this video we will learn how to build a scrolling data table. This option is very useful when you want to create into a dashboard a table that you can scroll it without scrolling the entire sheet in the Excel. And for this we're gonna use, again, just like in the combo box video, we'll use the developer tab and we'll find how to deal with a scroll data table. Now, first step for us, it's to create the design and the area in our dashboard where we want to have this table and what will contain. In our case, let's say that we want to see the top product in the total sales when we have here in the combo box the total selected. So we will work only for the total, just to learn how to insert a scrolling data table. And for this I already have here a pivot table, but I will delete just to go from the step number 0, let's say. And here in our database we have many products that can be duplicates, and in this way we need to have a table that will contain only one product from each description. So in this case I'm gonna copy this column, create a new worksheet, right click, copy paste value, and here I'm gonna select the column and going to data tab, and here we have into the data tools mini tab the remove duplicates button. Click OK. I received the message that Excel found 16 duplicates, and now if I will erase the header, we will have 29 products. Good. So this should be our, let's say, list of product that should appear into the scrolling data table in the dashboard. How can we deal with this? In order to avoid to have a scrolling sheet, we will set the maximum rows of our table, let's say to 5 to be more readable. Here in the number 10 row we'll put the header, and then we will have 5 rows to be more readable. Now going to summary, you see that we have some figures, but we will not use these figures. We will simply try to create a pivot table with quantities, margin, or sales, or we will take all of them and we'll simply use that pivot table sheet. Let's go ahead. So we saw that we have 29 products. Now I'm gonna start to create the pivot table with the database, insert pivot table, new worksheet, and I will select the product description in the rows, and now into the values I will check quantities, sales, and for sure margin. Here we go. Now I want to sort them because in the dashboard I want to have the top products in the first page of our 5 rows, and for this I must sort the pivot table by clicking in the quantities column, going to data, and select from the highest to lowest. Here we go. We see that we sold tires in the top of the list with 196 quantities. I will give it a name, pivot products, and now I'm gonna start the new option from the developer tab, going to insert a scroll bar form control. Click, and I will add, let's say here for the beginning. And now, just like in the combo box video, we have right click, format control. First current value, we can keep it on 0. The first value will be the first row. In our case here we will have 1, and the maximum value is the last row. In our case we saw that we have 29 rows, but we will put here 24 because in the page change we will have 5 products, meaning that for each page of our scrolling data table we will have 5 products, and if you want to go to the 6th, you need to click the scrolling bar. The incremental change will be always 1, or it depends on your data. If you have year, you can set it to 12, but anyway, it's up to you. And now the cell link we will create and we will set near the pivot table the first product, which is tires. I'm gonna click OK, and here we go. Now we have the table. First one, I want to select the header. I want to create a header, and for this I'm gonna use the pivot table. Okay, and I can copy like this, or I can manually insert where I want. Okay, so let's put here product description. Then we have quantities, sales, and margin. Let's make it like this. Let's go to 10 because we said that we will start with row 10, or let's keep it like this just to avoid to interact with the chart from our dashboard. And let's give it a format, quite blue. Okay, and here we go. Let's right click on the scroll and just trying to put for the all rows we will have till 16. I will drag a little bit. Okay, so now the function that will help us to bring here the information, it's for sure index. So we'll have equal index. The array will be the pivot table first column. I will click Ctrl Shift tilde down without grand total, and I will freeze the number of rows by select F4. I have an error, A32, and F4 for the row, meaning that each click, when I click on the scroll bar, the product will not overlap the 32 row. The next argument is the row number, and the row number will be given by the number of the cell link from our scroll bar formula. And here I will freeze it. You see that this, I'm going into format control, this cell from E4, the pivot products, it's basically the driving number for our scroll bar. Anytime when I will click the scroll bar, you see that this value will change. And let's check this. I will click once. Here we go, we have number 2 here. Okay, I'm going back, click up, and tires is back because we have number 1. Good. Now I will copy this type of formula for the next 4 rows. Here we go. And here I will copy the formula till the margin, because I already freeze the row that I need, and I just need to format Ctrl Shift and 1, decrease decimals, and here we go. This is the first scrolling data table that we've created. We can play with the header just to be in line. Okay, and here we go. Now we can go till the smallest number of the products, and if we click here, you see that will change by 5. If I click here or here, will change by 1, and if I click here, will change by 5. Just like we set up in the Format Control tab.